Hi everyone, it's Suzanne, Dr. Suzanne. I am here after I had a great workout. It's Friday Fun Facts. I think you remember last week I talked a bit about the D2 neurons in the brain, and right now what I wanted to talk to you about was this. I just came back from a workout, really sweaty. I'm starving. I wanted to have a little snack, but before I do that, I wanted to tell you what I learned last night. Last night I was part of a conference. I shouldn't say conference. It was a little mini lecture given by the functional medicine group. We have a group of doctors. We get together in Santa Monica, and Ben White's Dr. Ben. Looks like I was trying to reconnect. There we go. Anyway, we're back. And who did we have but Dr. Aristo Vojani from Immunoscience and TReg. Now, to me, he's like literally the father of immunology. He's an expert on immunology, laboratory work, and as well as autoimmunity. And he was there to share with us about food allergies and what kind of testing that you can do for food allergies. You know, I'm a big proponent in, and you know, when it comes to foods and how specific foods such as dairy, wheat, gluten, sugar, alcohol, these are all the main food allergies that I usually tell people to stay away from, these foods that can cause harm and cause inflammation in your body. Well, he talks about his lab from TReg, that it's really important that you understand some of these other labs that your doctors are doing, especially the skin test for food. That really doesn't work. Skin does not correlate to the gut. So yes, if you were to get skin prick test for, let's say, environmental, the pollen, things like the mold, the grass, trees, dust mites, things that are on the outside, the surface, you know, for your environmental, skin works. But if you're trying to get food allergy testing, that do not do the skin prick test. If that's what the doctor wants to do, in fact, you can call them up and say, hey, do you guys do food allergy testing? And if so, is it a skin prick test? Then forget it. Don't go to that doctor. Go to an integrative functional medicine doctor who will work with reputable labs such as TReg. And so Dr. Vojani would talk all about food allergies. And one of the most important, interesting things is that he says that a lot of labs just do the food allergy and they don't do the difference between a cooked food and raw food. And he says that it's different. Cooked and raw are actually different food items, the way it's made, the way that nutrients are, the proteins, and the antigenic effects. So it's important that you actually have, you look at being tested not just for raw food, but for cooked foods. Another thing is that Dr. Vojani's lab, TReg, they test it twice. So they double test it to make sure that what you're getting is correct. Because often we get these labs and the food allergies test, and it shows like, hey, you know what? There's a food in this list of foods that I don't even eat. Let's say chestnuts, and it's like +5, and it's really over the top. And they say that you're like anaphylactic reaction to chestnuts. You don't even eat chestnuts. And what he's saying is that a lot of the reason is because they are not properly tested. The actual laboratory is not testing properly. They're using different types of, one is called cytotoxic testing. There's all the different types of labs, so you got to be careful. Another thing that I learned was is that if you want to reduce your autoimmune possibility of autoimmune in the future, you want to make sure that you empower these immune cells called T regulatory cells, TReg cells. And the same thing, another name of it is, they used to call it the suppressor cells. But these TReg cells are really important in preventing autoimmunity. And he said that the way you do that, I was talking about TReg cells, that you can actually take supplements. You can take supplements or foods that are high in vitamin A, vitamin C, I3C, vitamin D. Of course, I'm right here in the sun getting some vitamin D, but I'm going to show you what I'm eating right now, because right now I'm eating one of my favorite foods, and it's a snack, and I made it just a minute ago. Let me show it to you. Here it is. Can you see that? Okay. So what is it? It's a Belgian endive, and which has a lot of vitamin A in it, vitamin C. There's broccoli sprouts, and that has a great deal of the sulforaphanes, anti-cancer, as well as I3C, which is called indole 3-carbinol. That's another nutrient that's really high in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli sprouts, what else? Cabbage, things like that. And then I have my bell peppers, red bell peppers, that's full of vitamin A. And then underneath all that, which is like, I need protein because I just worked out, is the pulled pork. It's all organic. Everything is organic. And I'm so happy that I'm about to eat. Anyway, that's what's going on. If you have any questions about what I learned, about food allergy testing, about Cyrex, and you can go to Cyrex Laboratories, of course, or Immunosciences. That's another lab that Dr. Vojani has, and that has to do more on Lyme testing. It's also really good for viral testing. And what else? Another testing is, I believe those are the two that he's really good at when it comes to immunosciences. And of course, immune reactions.